Hello and welcome to day 22 of this full stack shift taking application. So today we are going to continue with the integration. So if you are in the day 21 of this project, you know we were integrating our backend with our admin dashboard. So today we are starting by pushing our code. So let me first of all show you where we were. So here I'm going to just print branches that we have in our GitHub. So this is git branch here. So in our project here, if we do git branch, you'll be able to see all the branches that we have in our GitHub. So today we are on this branch that we are calling it integration. So I'm going to continue with it, and here I'm going to start by pushing the code. So git add and then add everything. Then I'm going to commit. So git commit and then the comment here. This is integration. So we are going to continue with the integration. So I'm going to add integration. So integration addition announcement, something like that, or maybe you can code it the way you want. And then when we add that comment, we can be able also to push our code. So git push and then origin. And remember now, because we are in a branch that is called integration, we can be able to push the integration like that. So make sure that you have not misspelled the integration. So I'm going to push now. So let me now push into the GitHub. So like that. So when we push, we need to go to my GitHub here. So in this GitHub here, we need to do something that is called pull request, because that is the another branch that we are using, but the main branch is called master. So let me reload here, and then we see the pull request that we have made in my GitHub. So let me come here in my repos. So let it load, and then in here, in this branch that we are calling YouTube shift taking application, if I click it, you'll be able to see like the pull request notification by our GitHub. So let us see, let it load. So you can see here compare and pull request. So we need to compare and pull request, and we need to merge it with our main branch that we are calling the master. So let me pull request, compare and pull request here. So it is taking time. So then you can be able to see here we have integration addition announcement. This is the comment that we made in our local machine. So here also you can be able to add other comments if you need to, but here I'm going straight forward to create pull request. So let me click here, create pull request. And after this, now you can be able to see we have open here. So the other thing that I need is to branch. So right here is checking for compatibility. So here we need to merge pull request. So let me confirm the merge, and then it should merge the branches. And also the other thing that you can be able to see is when you come here into your insights and come here in the under network here, you'll be able to see all the merges that we have done in this application. So let me do this. Here you'll be able to see like the merging that we have done. So yeah, this is the graph for the merges that we have. So you can see we have this main branch that is called master, and then we have these branches that we have made, and then we merged after we made the push, or whenever we make the push, we just merge it to our main master here. So now I'm going to also continue with the announcement here. So the first thing that we need to do is to first of all fetch all announcement from our database here, and then display them here, and later on we'll be able to add the announcements here. So in our code here, let's go into admin side. So I'm going to go into these pages here, and then announcements. So this is the component for announcements. So I'm going to fetch first of all the the announcement from our database. And if you check here in our Postman, I had already created that request. So if you check here, we have this that you are calling a route here, that you are calling announcements, and also you can see this request here that we are calling get announcements. This is part of the correction that we have made in our Postman. So this is the request that we are calling get announcements. So you can see already we have done this, and I was doing this before recording so that we can save on time. So you can check also the code, it will be on the description of this video. So the first thing that we need to do is to just let us import use effect, because that is the hook that we are going to use to fetch the data. So here you can just get the use effect hook from React. So the other thing now is to be able to use effect now to fetch the data from our database. So I'm going to use effect. So use effect here, and use effect, you need to have the first argument here, which is a function, and also we need to have another argument here that is an array of our dependencies. So here also I'm going to create a function that we are calling get announcements. So this one we are going to call it get announcements because it is fetching the data or the announcements from the database. So this function here is an arrow function. So let me add it here. So this is a get announcement and it is an arrow function. The other thing that I need is to fetch now. I'm going to say const res, and then here I'm going to use the public request. Remember, we already have created this public request, and then here we are going to do get because it is a get request. So here let me see also if I have imported public request here from request methods. So yeah, you can see here we have already imported public request from this file that we are calling request methods. So the other thing that I need to do is now to add the route that we are calling announcements from our backend. So this one here, you can see here we have our announcement routes. And the other thing that now I need to do is also to do async and await, because it is a asynchronous request. So this is async and then await. And then the other thing that I need to do here is for also I need to create another variable here that will handle or will hold our announcement. So we need to have announcements here, variable, and also it will be array. So this is announcements here, and then set announcements like that. Announcements, let me call it set announcements here, and also here we are going to use state here, and then the default here will be, or the by default here it will be an empty array, but let me import this use state here. So this is a use state and we are importing it from React. So you can be able to see now we have announcements here and set announcement. So what we can do here, because already we have our response and this response has the data, we can set announcement, and then we can set now a variable as the data from our backend. That is, so you can see we have res and then dot data. So let me first of all format my code here. So I will format my code, and then now because we have this get announcement, so this we have const get announcement here, we can also call it. But before that I also need to introduce like try catch, because this is also can produce errors. So try catch here. So and then here we need to add this. Let me just put this request here in try, and then here in catch we can be able to just handle this error. So I'm going to print it, and also I can use it in my widget. So this is can able to print it, and then I'll be using it in my widget. So here I can also call this function now. So this get announcement function, like that. So and then now I can be able to use now announcements. So here I seen I've misspelled announcements. So this is announcements. So I think now it's okay. So let me go and let me use the announcements here. So first thing first, I need to know where I need to start looping through the announcement and displaying them. So I'm going to just cut this, and then here I can be able now to use announcements here. So announcement, and then dot map, and here because I'm looping, can be able to just use item. I'm going to use like an item and then index, and then where I'm looping, I can be able now to display those into my UI. So I'm going to paste this like that, or even I can also remove just like these curly braces here, like that, and then I can be able now to also add a key here, because we need to add the key when we are looping. So I need to add the index here, like that. And the other thing that I can do now is to I'll be able now to add this like announcement title here, and then I'll say item.title, like that. So let me first of all format this code, because I'm leaving a lot of spaces here. So if we do this, and then for example, I want also to just see if we are receiving those announcements, or we are fetching those announcements from our database. So if I just reload here to see if we are getting those announcements, need to see, yes, you can see here we have two announcements, and these are from our database. To confirm that, I have already opened my database here, and you can be able to see we have two announcements, because I had already created them when I was testing this route that is called announcements. So you need also to know how to add the announcement to our database, and from this UI here, you can be able to see we have the input for the title, and then the input for the description. And when we add announcement, remember we are able to also to send the emails to the staffs that we have in our database. So that is what we are also going to do right now. So let me go back to my code here. And then the other thing that I need to do here is to create another variable here. And this variable, I'm going to first of all copy from this announcement here, and then I'm going to change them. And here the first variable that I'm going to need is we are going to have title, because in our announcement we have title. And let me see here. So this is will be like the title. So this is the title here. So let me add the title here. This is the title, and also this is set the title. Let me add that. So add set the title here. So this is the title, and then here this one will be just a text and an empty text here. And then also I'm going to add here the description. So this one will be description like that. And then here also we need to set the description. So here we have the description also. So this is a description like that. Set the description, and also this is like a empty text here, so by default. So now we need to get this title and description from our inputs. So I'm going to to add the in input here, need to add this on change. We are going to use on change. So this is on change here. So on change, and then I'm going to do like get the event from the input, and then I'll set it to our title. So this is set title, or set the title here, and then set the title here. I'm going to do this event dot target, and then dot value, and then now we can be able to get the value that will be typed in this field. So I'm going to copy this on change here, and then I can be able to also to use it in our description. So let me scroll down here, and here in our text area here for description, I'm going to use it. So but now again I'm going to change this from set the title to set the description. You can be able to see the auto completion here, and then now when we type, we can be able to get this this data here. So the other thing that I need to do is when you press this on submit, or this button that we are calling submit, you need to be able to now push the or to just send the data to our database. So I'm going to do here like on click. I'm going to use this event that we are calling on click here, and I'm going to call this event handle add announcement like that, handle add announcement like that, or announcement because it will be one. And then here I'm going to copy this event. Let me copy this, and then up here, after now we have fetched the data, I'm going to now create this function as a function and an arrow function, so like that. And then here I'm able to now be able to send the data to our backend. So the first thing that I need to do here is to first of all check if we have the title here, and also if we have the description here, because we don't want to send like an empty data. So they have description. Let me see the description here, and then the title. If we don't have, then don't do anything. But if we have or if we don't have this title and the description, we won't do anything. But if we have the title and description, what we can do here is now we can try and catch first of all before we send the data. And in here I can just add a wait, and so that means that we need to add a sync here, and sync. And then what we can do here is now we can use our public request. So we have the public request here, and this one will be post now because we are going to post the data, and the same route announcements here. And then the other thing here is that also we are going to just send the title. Here we need to send the title and the description. So this is the title and then the description here. So also I'm going to catch the error here. So let me just add the title and the description. So the other thing is then I can print the error here, but also I can be able to use it in my widget. So this is error here like that. So this one is error, and then here you can add else here if we need to add the else. And then here you can be able also to just maybe console log, or maybe you can just add the message if you don't have this title and the description. So I won't be printing anything here. So let me remove this, and then now also I can remove this else like that. So let me save, and then now I can be able to add those the title and description as announcement to our database. So let me see something else here. So also the other thing that I can be able to do is we can be able to delete, because we have this icon here for deleting. So I'm going to add here const and then handle delete announcement, or I can just call it handle delete, and this also will be an arrow function. And this one here, we can just add it like that. And then the other thing is we can add this handle delete as a asynchronous function. So this one is a try catch also. So we need to start by try catch, and then here we can do also the delete. So I'm going to add await, because it will be a synchronous request. So it will be await, and then we are going to use a public request. So public request dot delete, and then here we need also to just delete. So I'm going to use the backticks here. So it is announcements like that, announcements route, and then also I'm going to send the ID. So that means that in this function here we need to receive the ID. So this is ID here that we be getting from the this function. So I'm going also to use it. So and then you send the ID here. So then after this, now you need also to catch the error if the deletion has not been done. So I want also to reload the page when we do the deletion successfully. So this is window, and then I can do location and then reload. So location and then reload here, this function like that. So after now we have done deletion successfully, you can be able also to now reload that page, so that you can see the other announcements that have been left there. So console log here, and then you can just print the error. So this is handle delete. So what I can do is that also here you can see this icon that we are calling delete outline, and I'm going to use it here. So this is on click here. If you on click here, you'll be able to use, or we are going to use this event that is called on click. So let me use this on click here. So let me just copy this here as from this button. So here to up here in this delete icon. So after this one, I will move this, or I will change this this handle delete, and let me add the here, and then also I'm going to receive the item ID. So this one item, and then it will be underscore ID, because that is the ID that MongoDB is giving us from the database. So like that. So that is it. So that is also here when we are fetching, or when we are adding our announcement. Also, if it is added successfully to our database, so we need also to reload our page. So here we'll do window, and then location here, and then reload, so that you can be able to see like a successful addition of the announcement. So like that. So that is it. Don't think we need to do anything else here. So this is adding the announcement, and then also you can delete announcement, and also you can be able to fetch the announcements here. So that is it for announcement. So let's go into shift, where we are able to add the shift also. So we'll come here into new product, because in our case here we are calling it new product, but you can change here to new shift, and in here I need also to, first of all, I need to install two packages. First package that we are going to install is React Select. So let me open another terminal here that we'll be using to install our packages. So we are going to install React Select, and also the other package is Moment. So I'm going to add npm and then install. Yeah, actually I need to first of all navigate to admin. So this is admin here, and then here I'm going to add npm and then install. The first one that we are going to add is React and then Select, and then the other one is Moment here, and also I'm going to add Force here, like that. So this is npm install and then React, and here we can see React Select, and then we need also to add this Moment. So let us install these packages. So if we go here into this other application that we had already made, so if I go to this shifts here, and then I go to new shift, what you can see here, we have a location here, and if we go to this location and click this select, you can be able to see we have somewhere that we can just type, and then we'll be able to see like to search through this select part here, and also you can be able to select the addresses, and also here when you want to assign this shift to another stuff, you can be able also to select, and also you can type here and you will be able to see the result when in real time when we are selecting or searching. So that is the way we are going to use this React Select. It is a very good package when you want to use select but be able to also search at that point from your database or the data that you have from the database. So let me see if we have already installed those two packages, and yes, I can see here we have already installed them. So now what we'll do is then let's go into this file here that we are calling new product here, and this is the like a shift page. So I'm going to first of all import those two packages here. So it is import, we are going to import it as select, and this one will be from now this that we are calling React and then select, React Select here. So this one here, React Select. Also we are going to import the Moment package. So import here, we need to import Moment from here, the Moment package, like that. So these two. So the other thing that I need to do, because we'll be also be able to select like location from our, or which we are calling the addresses, we are going to be able to select them from the database and also search using this select package here. We need also first of all to be able to fetch the stuffs and also the clients from our database. So what I'll do is that I'll be able also to first of all import use state and also use effect. So here we import from React. So this is React here, import from React, and I'm going to first of all import what we are calling like use effect. So use effect here, and also use state. So use state here, like that. So again here I'm going to import the those stuffs and clients. So what I do is that already we had done that in previous videos. So it is in here that we are calling this featured info. So let me come here and then I'll be able to take these functions for getting the clients and then stuffs. So let me copy it from here up to, let's say, here, like that. So let me copy it like that, and then inside here I'm going to paste them here. So the first thing that we need to do is also import the public request. So I can be able to try and import it like that. So the other thing that we need to do is to have these stuffs here, and then also we have to have these set stuffs here. So this one we can also get them from this featured info also. So from featured info I can be able to get this stuff, and then the clients. So I'm going to copy this, and then in here in new product I'm going to just add these two. So I'm going to now be able to have now the clients here, and also we have the staffs here. So I'll save this so we can be able to now fetch the clients and the staff now from our database. So the other thing that we need to have is also to go and now get the data from these inputs that we have here. So let me try and start by location here. And if you look here into this application that we had done, you can be able to see we have this select, and you can be able to see it is not the same like the one that we have in our application. So if I reload my application here, let me reload my application and then also try to go into the shift and then edit here. Let's go to shift, create. You can be able to see this location is different from this one here, because for our case here is just only an input. So I'm going to use now select. So from here in my code, what I'll do is that first thing first, I'm going to remove everything here like that. And in here, the other thing that I'm going to do is to use select. So this is select here like that. From now, I'm going to use it from now our React, select from React, the package that we have already used or we have already imported. So the other thing that I'm going to use is options inside this select. So you can see options here. So you can use these options here, and inside these options I can do clients, and then here I need to map like that. So client, and then here, because we have already gotten now like an individual client, we can also use this arrow function here, and then I can be able to use like these square brackets or these brackets here, and then you can use these curly braces. So inside these curly braces I want to get the value, and the value I'm getting it from client, and then address, because remember in our client we have address, and then we need also to use the label. So this label here we have separated using the comma. So this label here will be getting it also from the client address like that. And then after that we can also be able to use like on change. So also we can be able to have on change. So after this here we are going to use the on change. So I'm going to separate here like a comma with a comma here, and then also we can be able, actually we don't have a comma here. Here I can also add on change. So you can see we have on change event here, and on change here I'm going to just use select option also. So we have select option here, select option. So select, we have to use select option like that. And this one here, you can be able to use this arrow function or this arrow, and then you can do handle change like that. And then in this arrow function or this handle change here, you can also be able to use these curly braces here. So the first thing is the target. So from the target here, we can be able also to use like the name, and then the name here will be location, like that. And also we can have the value. We have the value here, and then here also we now need to have select option. So select option here, and then from this select option we can have the value now. So if we check back here, you can see this should be select option, and also we need to have this handle change here, or handle change. So this handle change also we are going to use it in other parts here, in like this date and time here. So this one we are going to have like a name here, and the name here we are going to call this here. This is the date. So this is the date, and I'm going also to use this name up here or down here and this is time. So this is time. So let me call this time, like that. So you can be able to see here we have this name and then time, and also we are going to use this handle change here. But before that, let us first of all, to remove this error, we need to create that function that we are calling this handle change. So first thing that we need to do is also we are going to create a variable that we are calling inputs. So up here, create another variable that we are calling the inputs. So const, and then here we have inputs, and then set inputs, like that. And then here we can use state here, and then we can have the inputs of this calibrate. This is an object, but an empty object. So after that, now we can have handle change before we actually get the clients and the stuff from our database. So here we can have handle change. We have handle change here. So first of all, this is a function and an arrow function. So handle change, like that. And in here I can have like an event, because this one we are going to use this handle change to get the data from our event, from our input also. So this one is set inputs. So set inputs here, and inside here we can have this like a function that we are calling set inputs, and then here also we can be able to get this from, we can say we are getting the value from the previous values that we had. And then here I need also to close this set inputs, and then here I can be able now to, when I get this previous one, I can also be able to return the value that is new and also the previous value. To do that, I need to spread the previous values, and also here I can just add this e.target.name, and then here also I can have let me move here. So this one would be e.target, and then here it will be like a value. So this one will be e.target and then dot value, like that. So there's something that I have forgotten. So here we need also to, actually this one should be, it should be like in curly braces. So I'm going to copy or cut everything inside here, so and then paste it here, so like that. So and then I'm going to remove this, like that. So now that is, we have that handle change, and this handle change is the one that we are going to use when we are able to, or when we want to get the value from our inputs. So this handle change here now I'm going to use this handle change. So this one, let me come and take it here. Let me come and copy this handle change like that. So then here in my inputs, I can be able now to use it. So for example, here into this handle or this date input here, you can add on change here, and then here I can be able to paste it here. Also in the here in my time input, so this one here I can be able to use it. So because I don't want to get variables for set date, set time, and then the variable for time and the date. So I want to just use only one function to correct the values into these inputs. So also I can use it here in my type. So this is name, and this, the name of this is type, because that's how we are calling it from our database. So here I can be able to use on change event like that, and then paste it there. So the other thing is also here we need also to have like a label. I think here we need to have a label, and then this one is for the client. So I can be able to select from the client. So let me see if here in the previous one, if we are selecting the client. Yeah, so you can see here we are selecting the client. So what we'll do is that also we'll be able to use the select package here from React to be able to select now from the database, and be able to select our this one here. We are going to select the client from our database. So let's do that. So, and since we have done that, now we can be able to use select. So we can come here into location where we used select, and then now we can be able to use select. We can copy this like that, and then we are going to use it now in our clients. So let me just scroll down here, and into our clients I'll be able to post to just paste this. So I have removed the input that we had, in our client here, and also now we can be able to use this select from React. So this one now will be clients, because we are getting from clients, and now rather than now getting the addresses, we are going to get now the name or the full name. So here we have the value, and this one will be full name. This one will be, because it's from the database, so we are going to select now the full name. And also here we have the full name also. So whenever you see the addresses here, you need to change it to full name, because right now we are going to select the full name here. So what the other thing that we need to do here, I think we have this one here, we need to get it as name. So this is the name, and then this one will be client, and also here we need to have value, and then select option, and then dot value, of which it's okay. So this select option, and then we have this value. So this handle change here, you can see we have handle change here, and then we have target name client here value, then select option dot value. So this one is full name here, and also this full name. So those are the only changes that we were to do there. So also here for duration we need to use handle. So we are going to use handle change. So I'm going to add here on change, yeah, and then handle change. So here we can use this handle change like that, because remember we are using this handle change to collect the information from our inputs. So that's why you can see here also on change and then handle change. So the other thing is that also here in notes we need to do the same thing. So here also I forgot to add the name. So here we need to have the name here, and then this name we need to also add this as duration, because this one will help us to know which input that we are collecting information for. So also here into text area here we need also to add this as notes like that, and in here also we need to add this on change like that, and then here handle change like that. So now the last thing that we need to do is to assign. When we are assigning the shift to our stuff, we need to do something else here. So we are going to use like this select here. So I'm going to copy this select, and then let me paste it down here. So I'm going to paste it into this part we are calling select the stuff here. So I'm going to remove this select part here, and because I have select from React, that's what we are going to use. But this time here I'm going to get from stuffs. So this is stuffs here. So stuffs dot map. So this is stuffs dot map, and then the other thing that we also need to do is to, because we have stuff dot map here, we need to get the client. So this is the stuff, it is not the client. And also here we need to have like let's say stuff dot, this one should be stuff dot email, and here, so let's change this to stuff dot stuff email or stuff dot email like that. And then the other thing that also we need to do is also here the label here we're going to use stuff dot email or stuff dot full name, sorry. So this is stuff dot full name, and then the other thing is that also here we need to have like this on change here, and then we'll have a select option. So here also we'll have to have this select option, or even we can just remove everything here, and then what we'll do is that, so for stuff we are going to do something different. So first thing first, we need to create a variable here, and this variable here we are going to call it selected stuff. So this one is selected stuff here. So we have selected stuff, and then here we can have set stuff or set select or selected stuff like that. And then here also we can have now use state, and this one will be null like that. So this one is use state here. So also we need to create another function here. So it is an arrow function. So this function here we are going to call it handle stuff change like that. And then here we can use this select option. So this is select option here, and then we can be able now to use this function. Inside here we can be able to set selected stuff like that, and then inside here we can use now select option. And then the other thing that we need to do is we have this set inputs. So you can see we have set inputs up here. So this one here or this down here can be able to copy it like that, and then I'll paste it here. So we have this e-target here, but now we are going to remove like this part here for the e.target.name, and here for e-target.value. Here we are going to get now the staff email like that, and then here we can be able to use now select options dot value like that. So select option and then dot value down here. So now because we have this select staff change here, this is, we are going to use it down here. So let's scroll down, and then inside here we are going to use it here in on this on change. So on the on change here we are going to use that now, handle change stuff. So let me first of all remove everything here like that. So this one, and then here I'm going to use now handle stuff change like that. And then the other thing that I'm going also to change is the value. So I'm going to have a value here. So this value, we are going to use it like select stuff like that, like that. So we have on change here, and also we have like value here. So we have on change and then the value. So also we'll have a placeholder. So this placeholder here, and this placeholder we are going to show this select stuff text here, and remember we don't have commas here. So the other thing that also we need to handle is this active here and no active. Actually we can just, I don't think we have any, it is very necessary. So I'm going to leave it like that, yes and no, because we need also to have like the stuff or the shift that we are adding in our database to be active always. So here we have the button, and this button here we can add the event here on click like that, and then here we can be able to handle, we can add this event that we are calling handle click, and this one will be able now to save our shift to our database. So this one handle click here, I'm going to copy it like that, and then up here the handle click here, we are going to use it as a narrow function like that, and then we can have this handle click, and then from this function now we'll be able to save our shift into our database. So I'm going to first of all do try catch, or for example I can be able to prevent like a reload by default. So I'm going to use prevent default here like that. So here we can accept this E, that is an event, and we want first of all to prevent like default reloading. So that's why we are doing E dot prevent default. So the other thing that I'm going to do now is try catch. So this is try catch here. So the first thing that I want to do is to await, and then let's add here async first of all, and then here await, I'm going to await, and then first of all use public request, and the other thing is we need to have a post, and then we are going to post into this shift route, and then here we need to send all our inputs. So here we need all our inputs, so we are going to send it into this route as a post request, and then it will be saved in our database. So the other thing that also we are going to do is we are going to reload our page when we have done a successful addition of our shift. So we are going to do window, and then location, you can see location here, and then dot reload like that. And then here also we have like this error here. If we have error we can console log and then print that error here. So that is it. So we don't have any other thing that we want to do here. So that is what we wanted to do in this video. So we have added the functionality to add the shift into a database and also the announcement. So I'm going to just end my video here. So remember to like and also subscribe and also have a great day. So I'll see you in date 23. We continue with the integration.